Fun fact about Antonio T. Smith Jr. Did you know that he is afraid of spiders? If it's between him and a spider, the spider will lose every time. But if there's somebody else around, he will definitely kill the spider. But he is afraid of spiders. A fun fact about Antonio T. Smith Jr. This episode is brought to you by the Bureau of Dominant Speakers. Are you a speaker, trainer, or coach and looking to get maximum exposure, master your skills, and learn how to create products that generate a residual income? The Bureau of Dominant Speakers is the program for you. Antonio T. Smith Jr. gives you exposure to his network of 2.5 million people, as well as teach you everything he knows that retired him at the age of 29 on speaking alone, how to create products that generate a residual income for you, as well as how to brand and market yourself as a master speaker. For more information, click the second link in the show notes description.
Thank you for rocking with the Secret to Success podcast. It's been a while. Y'all been hanging with me. I sure appreciate you. You know who I am, Antonio T. Smith Jr. in the place. That's it, man. Listen, I appreciate all the love I'm getting. Thank you very much for even making me a community in the first place. That's a really big deal. I appreciate all the downloads and keeping me consistently in the top 100 either in iTunes as a whole or as a category. This is a really, really big deal for me to even be here. I do this podcast to give you absolute value and give away almost every single thing for free so you can have it. If you dig what I do, send me some good vibes, send me some good energy, rate it, do whatever you want to do. Drop me a comment, text me 409-500-1546. Again, that's 409-500-1546. I love to hear your thoughts about the podcast. And I give away a lot of free stuff in that text community. So I love you. I appreciate you. Antonio T. Smith Jr. You can plan better. You can dominate this phone call. We want to talk about stop being broke. And what I want to do this week is pick back up on last week. And I want to finish some key principles from the book by George S. Clason called Richest Man in Babylon. I taught you the rules of money last week, but today I want to teach you the law of saving and making money. The truth is, money it doesn't exist, but abundance is spiritual. And we have to obtain this. You deserve to be more than just broke. I can't stress this enough. I cannot bring this across to you enough. You deserve more than just to be broke. Your life is about abundance. Abundance is spiritual. How can one be a spiritual being or have a relationship with God or your God and not be in abundance? How can one have money, but you have friction in every area of your life? Or how can you have wonderful relationships, but then you have terrible relationship with money? So I'm going to speak with you just here for a second, and I want you to understand something very key, very important. And please feel free to ask me questions. I'll take about 30 minutes, and then I'll open this up for Q&A and answer your questions. But think about this for a second. When did you convince yourself that you do not deserve to be rich? Rich is your birthright. Some of you out there have in your head that rich is evil. Let me dispel this thought for you just for a second. Good people, actually Lisa Nichols says this here, good people deserve money because they do good things when they get money. Let me speak life over all of you right now. You deserve abundance. You deserve abundance. Go out there. Get what is yours, claim what is yours, find mentors, get this here. I'm going to teach you 7 ways to make money, but I need to dispel, I need to cut, chop, slash your idea that poverty is holy. Some of you are believing that if you're a Christian, that your Jesus Christ was in poverty. He didn't have a house. He didn't have a place to lay his head. However, he had his own economy. And in a system of poverty, he had abundance. I was joking with my good buddy Isaac today, and we were joking about how Jesus, if he needed something, he would say, listen, you want me to get some money? Go run out there, get that fish, and have this money. Jesus spoke about money. This isn't a religious call, but I need you to understand this here. More than he spoke about salvation. Why? Because not only is the love, right? Not only is too much love for money evil, not money, but the way you treat it, but the lack of money is evil. Where there is a lack of money, there are women being mistreated, women being sexually assaulted, drugs, crime, and all different things. You need money as long as you live on planet Earth. One more thing I'll tell you about money. I need to tell you 7 different ways for you to make money. I'm going to give them to you in great detail. But I have to first dispel your thinking, because you think abundance doesn't exist. Right now, there are thousands of trillions of dollars in circulation. Right now, thousands of trillions of dollars in circulation. And you think you're broke. You're not broke. You haven't figured out how to access money. Okay, I'll say that again. Right now, there are thousands of trillions of dollars in circulation. 97% of that money in circulation, 97% of that money in circulation is running through you right now because it's all digital. And what does this mean? This means that you can literally tap into this energy source, obtain this money, but you think you're broke. And the only way you don't have money is because in your mind, there is not abundance, there is lack. Greed comes from the thought process of lack, and poverty comes from the thought process of lack. One more way to prove to you, this world is so freaking awesome. Whatever you believe in, it is designed. This entire world has been designed for abundance. I'll prove it to you. You plant an orange tree in the back of your yard right now, you will not get a skinny orange tree. Neither will you get laws that tell you you can't pick on this orange tree, nor will there be police that reinforce those laws if you grab from the orange tree, and neither will the orange tree be in lack. You plant one seed, and you will literally get from the orange tree more than you can ever eat alone. And that's abundance. And you listen to me, and you listen to me well. You'll never plant anything that this universe does not give to you in abundance. And when you get it in abundance, you cannot eat the fruit of that abundance alone. You must share it, because abundance has always meant to be shared. So, here are 7 different ways for you to stop being broke. Way number 1, start fattening your wallet or your purse. Start fattening your wallet or your purse. What does that mean? The most simplest thing on planet Earth. I don't care if you get a dime. I don't care if you get $1. You need to start saving 1/10 of your income now, not tomorrow, now. There are a few things here when you save 1/10 of your income. When you save 1/10 of your income, you find out that you did not need 100% of your money to survive. You'll also discover that when you spend 100% of what you earn, you keep yourself in poverty because you literally eat the harvest of the seed you planted. That makes no sense. Let's break this down. If you were a farmer, you would never take your seeds, plant it, and then eat everything that came from your seeds, and then say, oh, my field is being mean to me. No, because as a farmer, you would understand I eat from this portion of the field, I sell from this portion of the field, and I use this portion to go back into the ground to get me more. Why are you not treating your money the same way? Part of your money you should eat from. Another part of your money should make you money. And the other part of your money should go back into the ground to keep this harvest coming over and over and over and over. Save 10% of your money. Also about saving 10% of your money. When you save 10% of your money, you invoke one of the laws of this universe that keeps you getting more money because you save the money. Very important to understand this here. If you are religious, you would say it this way. You would say, if you thank God for your blessings, he would give you more things to thank him for. So be grateful. Same thing. To save 10% of your money is to also profess your gratitude for having it. And when you have this gratitude for your money, you force this world to keep you with new clients, to keep you with new hope, to keep you making more return on investment. Very important. Hope you receive this. I'm trying to give it to you as simple as possible. Save 10%. The last thing about saving is 10%. Some of you right now, you're trying to save and you're going, I can't save it 10%. I don't have enough money. And the reason why you don't have enough money to save 10% is because you aren't saving. This is how it works. You will never save money if you put yourself last. If you put your rent first and your car note first and your insurance first. Now, right now, I can stop right there because most of you that I'm talking to, you live right there. Rent, car note, insurance. Here's how your money works. One of your checks goes to the rent. The other of your checks goes to car note and insurance and the utilities. And you have no money left over. Very important to understand this here. Pay yourself first. Save first. Pay those bills, and then you will discover you have money left over and you'll be more responsible with it. That leads me into thing number 2. Control your expenses. Okay, so number 1, start fattening your wallet or your purse. Number 2, control your expenses. Let's go back to my little 3 thing I just said. Mortgage or rent, car note, car insurance. Most of you have one check, go to certain bills, the other check, go to the other bills, and you have a little bit of money left over, and you say, well, you know what? This isn't enough to save. I might as well go drink and have fun. Can't take it with me. And you leave no legacy for your children because you're selfish in your money now. Put a pin in that. I'm coming back to it in a few minutes. If you control your expenses, you will discover that you, dear listener, you, dear watcher, you control your expenses, you will find out that you have more money to work with. Do you need that $479 car note? Really? Do you really need that car? I mean, did you really need that one? Do you really need to pay $220 for TV, internet, and cable? Really? Do you really need that package? Think about this for a second. Do you really need the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8 when it comes out? Most of you are flat broke, but you keep the new technical device. And you're wrong, because rich people understand something that I'm about to introduce to you now. Everybody write this down. It is called deferred gratification. Very simple. Rich people understand, in quotes, deferred gratification. Here's what that means. That means they put their gratitude, they put their gratification, that car, that boat, that house that they want to buy, deferred. Poor people get all the things that make them happy now. Those red bottoms. Ooh, girl, I need to get these right now. And you get them. And that's why you don't have a house. You get the nice fancy car and you pull up to your apartment complex and let the wind, rain, and hail dent your car. You have a BMW parked in your mom's house. You are car broke instead of being house broke. If you're gonna be broke, at least be house broke. Not car broke, but house broke. Now, I don't advocate for any of you to be broke, but if you're gonna choose a brokenness to choose from, choose being broke because you own a house, not being broke because you own a depreciating asset. Very important for you to understand. Don't be car broke, be house broke. Somebody put that down. Hashtag plant better. Don't be car broke, be house broke. Or be like me, be investment broke. I'm always broke, if you let me tell the story, because I'm always putting money into an investment account. So whenever my friends and family come to me wanting stuff, I don't have it, because it's either going in the account, just went in the account, or you are not my investment account. My money, only sole purpose of my money is to get pregnant and have babies and make more money. That is it. I want my money to get pregnant and have more money and come back to me and serve me. Money serves me. I don't serve money. Which leads me to my second point in this second point. If you spend all your money, and hear me well, if you spend all your money, listen to me well. If you spend all your money in your lifetime, you're selfish. Period. There's no other way to say it. I'm giving you no grace. You're selfish. It is highly disrespectful for you to be financially ignorant and enforce your kids to be financially ignorant and pass on your financial ignorance to your children, and then judge your children when you get older for having bad and poor spending habits. They only did what you showed them, not what you told them. And it makes no sense for you to doom your seeds, your children, to a level of poverty. Anybody out here right now that is trying to tell me you don't have enough money to save and you're not finding a mentor, somebody like me, if you are literally being selfish and spending every dime that you have, or being poor consciousness or poverty consciousness or financially unintelligent and you're spending every single dime that you have, you are one word, selfish. No matter how you cut it, slice it, I don't care what it is. I say this with the greatest of respect. If you're not building a life for your children, you're selfish. Your children, everybody, listen to me, cannot inherit your food stamps. They inherit your investment accounts. That's very important. You owe it to your children. You owe it to your children. You owe it to your children to listen to what I'm saying, because financial intelligence is very important. And if you ever want to free yourself from debt, you must be financially intelligent. Okay? Very simple. Control your expenses. Rule number 3 in this money making thing. I'll repeat it just in case you join. Number 1, I told you, start fattening your purse. Save 10%. Number 2, control your expenses. Number 3, make your money multiply. Very important. Very important. Once you start building savings, invest that money so it makes more money for you. I hinted at this. I'll break it down now. Simply means that your money should literally get pregnant, have more money, and bring you back money. What does that mean? That means your dime should get pregnant and give birth to a quarter. Okay, that's a 25%. Excuse me, that's your dime. Your dollar. Your dollar should get pregnant and give a quarter. That's a 25% return on investment. That's pretty solid. Okay, that's incredible. A 25% return on investment. Make sure that your money is multiplying itself and bringing you back more money. Everybody listen to me. I am giving you, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Let me just pause right here just for a quick second, and let me just be real with you. Now, I'm giving you free financial advice that you would have to pay for, buy a book for, or spend $600 and a conference ticket for. Giving it to you for free. I'm not cutting corners. I'm not upselling you. I'm not telling you anything but the truth. I have not had a job since I was 29 years old. I live off my investments and the rules that I'm teaching you. Everybody listen to me, and listen to me now. I retired at 29 years old. I retired. So listen, make your money multiply for you. Very important concept. Here's the way I teach the people that I coach. It's a funny way to say it, a bit derogatory way to say it, but it's not actually derogatory. So it's not disrespectful, but it's one of those ways that kind of puts it into your face. Your money, when you spend your money, you should be creating more money. If that is not what you're doing, most of you go out and eat out every day. I don't know where money's going. That's because you spend $5, $6 a meal, 3 times a day, $18 a day, times 28 days in a month. That's where your money's going. You multiply that by 12, you're spending almost $6,000 in food when you start doing all the extra stuff. And watch this here. Instead of being like the wealthy and turning your money into more money, everybody listen, you're turning your money into turds. And I say this with the greatest of respect. You work too doggone hard. You work too doggone hard to make money and then go out and eat and let the fruit of that money be flushed down the toilet. Literally. Stop. Somebody quote this. Stop turning your money into turds. Turn your money into investments. Stop turning your money into turds. Turn your money into investments. Rule number 4. Okay, so I'll repeat 1, 2, and 3 for you. Fatten your purse. or your wallet, control your expenses, multiply your money. Now, guard your money from loss. It's number 4. Guard your money from loss. It's very simple. Guard your money from loss. What do I mean? That means don't put your money in unwise investments. Okay. Don't put your money in get rich quick schemes. Don't gamble your money. The Lady of Luck doesn't frequent gambling casinos. Don't, and here's the most important one, don't love your family so much that you love them into poverty. Love your family, but that doesn't mean that just because you got this pay raise that they have to be the burden of your pay raise. Yes, you should help people and love them. No, you shouldn't be such a blessing to where you're cursing to your own self and your own family. So let me give advice to you people out there right now that don't know how to say no to your family. Listen to me, and this will help you. It is okay to say no because everybody has to carry their own cross. I'm not telling you don't help people carry their crosses. I'm saying that if you don't learn how to let other people fall down so they can learn how to get back up, you will fund their comfort for the rest of your lives. Most of you, since you have not learned how to say no, you are funding your uncle's laziness. You're funding your aunt's drug habit. You're funding your little cousin's Netflix habit. Let people learn that they all will eat from the seeds that they plant. Be a blessing, but never be so much of a blessing to where you curse your own self. That is no longer love, that is ignorant. Anybody out there that has a problem saying no, it's okay. Just tell them, Antonio T. Smith Jr. said, I can say no, and have them email me. No, don't do that. I'm just joking. But you get the point. Okay? Number 5. If you're going, let me shorten it up. Make your house a profitable investment. Okay? Now, make your house a profitable investment. If you're going to buy a house, I don't necessarily suggest all of you buying houses. Let's break this down real quick. A house is not an asset for you. And it never will be an asset for you. Even when you pay the house off, you still don't actually own it. If you think you own it, don't pay the taxes. And then you'll find out who truly owns your house. So if you're going to buy a house, set up your finances in a way that someone else is paying for your house note. I'm trying to bless you right now in this place. This is probably the best thing that I've said thus far. I personally don't pay my bills. Wealthy people create assets, and those assets fund their expenses. So if you're going to have a house note that is $1,025, create you a few assets or one asset that generates $1,025, and then you get to keep your income, and that asset will then pay your mortgage. So if you're gonna buy a house, don't get your income, give it to some loan place, Bank of America or whatever, and then have them pay it. That dooms you to stay in the middle class. And you would never be ahead in the middle class. Let me explain. The rich don't pay taxes. All of you are paying more taxes than the wealthy people, period. The poor don't pay taxes. The middle class does. Wonderful school teachers, wonderful janitors, wonderful mechanics, wonderful entrepreneurs. You very nice people are literally paying the whole country's taxes. If you don't believe me, I'll show you how much you're actually paying. And it's not fair, but it's the system. It's not fair, but it's the system. So it doesn't have to be fair. It's the way it works. If there is an oil spill right now, the oil companies don't pay for that oil spill. They get tax credits. The taxpayers pay for the oil spill and some sort of emergency government bailout. If there is a hurricane right now, there's 3 hurricanes. Guess what? The middle class is going to pay for every dollar. There's going to be $1 trillion of debt lost in the next week. And the government is going to swoop in and save the day. And you're going to be like, yes, yay, government. But guess what? You middle class people paid for that hurricane. So if you're going to play the game, because guess where the government gets that money from? You, not me, you. The government doesn't get their FEMA money from me or the wealthy people. They get it from you. Nobody gives me a check in the way you know of it. So I don't have FICA. I have to pay FICA myself. The government I'm not anti-government. I'm just telling you, I'm anti-middle class. Get out the middle class. Move yourself into the wealthy. Okay? The poor will be with you always. Here's how you move yourself with the wealthy. You have $1,025 mortgage payment. Build you an app. Start you a garage sale business. Start a drop shipping business. Write a book. Start a blog and get advertisers to pay you $1,000 a month on your internet blog site. And let Amazon or something pay for your mortgage. Stop paying for your own bills. Create assets and let those assets pay for your bills. Number 6, ensure a future income. Very important. Now, go back and listen to what I just said, and that make your house a profitable investment. The realest thing I ever said in 2017 was just there. Very important. Okay. Now, ensure a future income. In other words, invest for your retirement. Who said you had to retire at 65? Why would you get out here, retire at 65 in a health condition that you won't be able to actually travel the world? You can retire at 29, and I can teach you, and people like me can teach you because I retired at 29. Start planning for your future retirement. Share this status. Share it as much as you can. This is free. I am giving this to you for free. Start going after your future retirement and your family's wealth after your passing. I can't stress this enough. Your children cannot inherit your food stamps. They can only inherit your investments. Please listen. You should be dropping some Hamiltons into your retirement account right now. Some Benjamins into your retirement account right now. IRA Roth. You don't know how to do it? Email me. I'll explain it. Google it. IRA Roth. Listen. Your children cannot inherit your food stamps, your government assistance. They can only inherit your investments. Why force your children to start a GoFundMe to bury you because you didn't have life insurance. That's not playing the game like a wealthy person. That's playing the game like a poor person. And that's selfish. Now, I mean no disrespect, but I am going to give it to you real. If you die, your death is already a burden on your children, on your family. It is an emotional burden. Why would you also make it a financial burden in which they have to go to crowdfunding sources to take care of your responsibilities? That is grossly irresponsible. And do not leave this phone call being grossly irresponsible. Start retiring for your future. One more, and then I'll open it up for Q&A. And however long that lasts, I will answer your questions and get you to some sort of financial status. Increase your ability to earn. That's the last one. Now, let me recap for you, and then I'll explain number 7. Number 1 was fatten your purse or your wallet. Number 2 was control your expenses. Number 3 was multiply your money in investments. Number 4 was guard your money from loss, including family. Number 5 was make your house a profitable investment. Probably the realest one I gave to you. Make other people pay your mortgage. Number 6 is ensure a future income. Number 7, increase your ability to earn. What does that mean? It's called the law of compensation. The law of compensation and even the law of mental equivalency. These are real laws. They work in tandem. They say that this world cannot give to you what you have not given to it. Some of you think, and Tony Robbins said this part here first, so I'll quote him. You think you have 20 years experience. No, you have 1 year experience repeated 20 times. See, you never got new skills. You didn't learn a new language. You didn't learn computer programming. You didn't take those extra classes. You didn't get that certification that would have gave you a pay raise. The most important thing that you need to do is increase your ability to earn. Now, let's talk about college right here. I don't recommend you spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to college. Anybody who is wealthy will not recommend you spending thousands of dollars to go to college. Am I anti-college? No. Am I anti-debt? Hell yes. So do not go and acquire massive amounts of debt unless you're going to have a lot of time spent in like a doctor, then you can do that. However, let's send you to college. Let me help you get yourself to college. Very simple. If you're going to go to college, control your loans, but then do this. Understand this much very simply. College is a blessing if you're going to go, although I don't recommend getting billions of dollars of debt, because it increases your ability to earn. Did you see it? If you don't have a college degree, you're more than likely going to earn this much. If you have a college degree, you're going to earn this much. And it is easier to get out the rat race with 10% of this instead of 10% of that. If you're on the phone, it is easier for you to get out the rat race when you can invest $20,000 a month instead of $2 a month. That are the 7 things in which you can increase your earnings and stop being broke. If some of this sounded familiar, you can thank George S. Clason for writing the wonderful book called called Richest Man in Babylon. It's the name of the book. Now that we are done with this part of the phone call, I will leisurely hang around and answer some Q&A. So if you're over the phone, my staff will unmute the phone so you can talk. I'll put you on speakerphone. And if you're on here, I will be looking for you. I'll hang around for as long as I need to just to answer your questions. If you have a question, ask it. I am ready. Anyone, if there we go. We got it unmuted now. If anyone has, if I missed a question, please copy and paste it for me so I can see it again. The live feed isn't as easy on my end to see that it is on yours. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Please, guys, please. This, whether you ask questions or not, I still love you. I'm still going to serve you. But ask your questions. Don't be broke. Okay. We'll have another Plant Better phone call tomorrow. This was a special edition because I don't want you poor. So we'll talk about money yet again a la mañana. Anybody have any questions? Any questions? Q&A is now open. Okay, I'm going to the live feed, refreshing the page. Do I see any questions? All right. Got some funny comments. All right, let's see. Okay, doesn't look like there's any questions. Well, my name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. I definitely, most assuredly appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Catch me tomorrow at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Prayer for you guys out in Florida and Mexico as you will be getting hit or are getting hit with your respective hurricanes. We just went through ours here in the Houston area with Hurricane Harvey. We did take some losses. However, my team, oh, there is a question. I got it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Shannon. Good job. There is a question. Almost missed it. Thank you, Shannon. Who's got ye question? I don't see it. Okay. Somebody said wait. All right. I'm ready. There is a question. Let me refresh my page. Tempest, do me a favor and unmute your phone on the phone, and you can read me the questions too, so I can see. I definitely want to answer all you guys' questions. And thank you for being on this phone call and on the live feed. Lots of people, so I am grateful for that. So let's see. I always have staff on the phone, and Tempest is always running the phones for me as well. We do have a question. Let me see if I can see this question. Okay, somebody posted. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. The question is, will you explain deferred gratification further and how it works? Okay, great. So listen, I don't even see that question anywhere. So you're probably going to have to read me all the questions, okay? Okay, deferred gratification works in this manner. Let's talk about gratification first. Gratification is something that you used to work hard for, but since you're in the 21st century now, you don't work hard for it because we have social media. That means that you can post about, I'm going to start me a clothing company. And when you do that, people are going to like it and say, good job, girl. Good job, boy. And you get your gratification right there. Now, listen to me. Very important thing I'm about to say next. Wherever you receive your gratification, work stops. We as human beings, we move from gratification to gratification. So when you get your gratification, the one you wanted, you stop working. Back in the 60s and 70s, and before the world was so instant, you couldn't say on social network, I'm going to start a clothing line. Guess what you had to do? This crazy concept called work. You had to literally work to start this clothing line, do the job, do the investment, get the partners, start the building, do all that work. And then when you finally start winning, someone said, good job. But by then, you started a cycle of success that was so great, it became unstoppable and you kept winning. because your gratification didn't come to 5 years later, instead of getting your gratification 5 seconds later with a Facebook post. So that's gratification. So you want to defer, put your gratification off to the end. There's 2 ways to put your gratification off to the end. Way number 1, in no particular order though, but way number 1, move in silence. I have a book coming out today or tomorrow, depending on when the internet does it. Nobody knew about the book. It's already a bestseller on Amazon. Already, due to pre-sales. Listen to me. Hear me well. I have written my second best-selling book worldwide, paperback, digital, and none of you knew about it at all. You know why? Because had I posted book coming, y'all would have said, man, good job, I enjoyed your last book, and I would have got lazy. So in order to defer your gratification, wealthy people understand move in silence. This is why you didn't know Jay-Z was buying Tidal until the news broke it. This is why you don't know what Beyonce is doing with her album until she drops. You don't understand what wealthy people are doing until you catch it on SportsCenter. And that's how you need to live your life. Stop forecasting your moves and move in silence, and you would defer that gratification. Here's the second and most common way to defer your gratification. This iPhone, if I'm broke, I didn't need to spend $600 for it or whatever I paid for it. I want the iPhone, but I will defer getting this iPhone, and I'll get the free phone that comes with my contract. It makes phone calls and has internet, and I take that $600 I would have got to look cool, and I put that $600 into an investment account. That's called deferring my gratification to look cool to you guys, and then put that money into an investment account. And when will I get that gratification? When that investment account gets really high and I say, wow, there's $100,000 in this investment account. Now I'm happy. That is deferred gratification in great detail. Great question. Whoever asked it. Good job, because that was freaking awesome. Tempest, do we have another question? Because I can't see him. Okay, no other questions. So what we'll do is we'll see if you guys want to ask another one. That was great. That was a great question. Speaking of my best-selling book, when you see me post a link tomorrow, just go ahead and get it. And since I'm a nice guy, I made it very affordable, very, very affordable. It's just $1,000. No, I'm just joking. It's 99 cents for the digital copy, $5.99 for the printed version. See how nice I am? Very nice. You can get that book to support a young person like me doing his thing. Shameless plug, but you know what? I am in the business of shameless plugs. So there you go. Any more questions? Let's see. Any more? Tempest, do we have some? Okay. Well, tomorrow we'll be on the Plant Better Mindset phone call at the regular time. You will see us. We'll talk again about money. Tomorrow, Tempest S. Smith will be hosting that phone call with me. So get excited about that. And that is how it will be probably from now on. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. God bless all of you. And good night. Hey, everybody. You may not know it, but you probably not subscribed to my videos. I appreciate you for even making me a community. Team ATS, we are here. There are 3 things that I am accomplishing and changing the world, or at least aiding to change the world. Here's thing number 1. Every single time that you watch one of these videos and every single time you subscribe, you help boost this community and help me give out a whole lot more information for free. Another thing that you're doing, and this is probably most important, you help me pay for salaries, okay? Team ATS, the minimum wage for Team ATS, the people who work here, is $22 an hour. That's pretty cool, right? Every time that you subscribe, buy something from me, or now I'm going to ask you to go to my Patreon page and give a donation. That could be $1 a month, $3 a month, $5 a month, or if you like me, $25,000 a month. I appreciate you who's going to do that. 100% of every donation that comes through goes to salaries or video production, which is the second thing. You know, look, this is 4K content, right? All this stuff costs money. So instead of me taking money from people, what I'm doing is I am literally creating salaries and using this money for production and more salaries. I don't use the money for me. I am literally helping people, bringing people out of poverty. I am so excited about group economics that I typically hire people with felonies or need a second chance, or someone, the daughter is 15 years old, they need insulin. I love those kind of people because they're hungry and they need an opportunity. So please go to Patreon, okay? Go over there right now. I'm not sure where my editing team is gonna put it. It could be over here, click one of these things, you know what I'm saying? Go over there and do a donation. Now, that's if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just set me to see first, put on the notifications, click that alert bell if you're on YouTube, however you find me, and you'll be helping that way. But if you have $1 to spare, $5 to spare, $10 to spare, I promise you, you'll be aiding people in salaries. Let's stay together. Now, if you're on the same vibration with me, if you're trying to raise the higher consciousness of this world, if you believe if you be faithful to the few, you'll become rulers over many. If you vibrate at that frequency, let's be faithful. Let's, give $1 or $2. Let's help somebody else so the universe can help us. I really appreciate you. Team ATS is in the building to stay. A third thing that I'm doing, because I promised you 3, is I've actually started my own Oprah Winfrey network, but ATS network. So expect to see a whole lot more content. Expect me to start paying content providers and content creators. Expect me to give people a platform where they can get paid for their videos. I really appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. Let's make this community one of the most popular and one of the most paid communities so we can pay others. I give you my word. 100% of the money that's drawn from these videos goes to creating salaries or upgrading equipment. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. I have felt so much in life. I've been so evil. I've done everything in life to mess it up. And I have completely messed this life up. And then I changed. And then I started applying things that I didn't know, but I always knew. You call it the law of attraction. Or maybe you don't. Or maybe you're religious and maybe you're not. Here is what I know. I know that we all have a karmic debt to pay off. And I have either paid mine off or almost off. And now I dedicate my entire life to you. Please know that as my life is dedicated to you, it means I get beat up a lot. But that's what this is about. It is about people like me putting their gains at risk for you. The crazy thing about life is once we get enough, whatever enough means, if you're a politician, it's enough votes. Someone likes money, enough money, whatever enough is. A pastor, enough members, we tend to protect it. This podcast is not about protection, it is about you. I sincerely believe in you. I know you're going to be it. I know you're going to do it. Whatever that is for you. There are no mistakes. I want you to share this podcast, but not for personal gain. I want you to share it because I am giving you my every being so you can turn around and do the same for others. I give away me, and then you give away you. I'll lower me so you can stand on my shoulders, and then you return the favor and you lower yourself so someone else will stand on your shoulders, and then voila. No one is lower than the other because we've all lowered ourselves. Finally, the music in this podcast that you're going to hear, I hope it gets stuck in your head. It's actually from my favorite movie, Cloud Atlas. It's a cover. It's not the original version, but it sounds just like it. Cloud Atlas is a great movie by the Wachowskis. My second favorite movie is The Matrix, but that has nothing to do with this right now. It is about repeating the same mistakes. And so I'm hoping subconsciously that as you repeat the same mistakes, Cloud Atlas is mostly about ascending from those mistakes. So I'm hoping the words, the music, the melody, everything helps you ascend to where you're supposed to be, which is where you've always agreed you wanted to be before you got here. I love you. This is the Secret to Success Law of Attraction. I really, really know that this will be a blessing, a lifesaver to many people. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate.